is Heather Weaver, and I am an AAC specialist at the Washtenaw Intermediate School District. And AAC stands for Augmentative and Alternative Communication. As an AAC consultant, I work with teams. I provide training and education on what augmentative and alternative communication is and ways to create more communication opportunities for our students. AAC matters because we know that communication is a basic human right, and everybody should have access to be able to communicate how they want to communicate, when they want to communicate, who they want to communicate to, or not communicate at all. We want to meet our learner where they're at and maybe add one extra word to where I love the mission and vision that the WISD has. I feel like they're very supportive, they're very student-driven and student-focused. We want to really make sure that our students' needs are met and that our families are empowered and they know the best ways to support their kiddos, and that's really important to me. So when I was 13 years old, my grandfather, who was a pastor of a large congregation, he went in to have open heart surgery. And because of that, the next day he ended up having a stroke and he developed something called aphasia. It was both receptive and expressive global aphasia, and it affected his speech. The doctors came in and told us that really there was no hope. He would not get his speech back and that we should just, put him in a nursing home. There was nothing that could be done about it. It was really upsetting. And a few days later, the speech language pathologist came in, and I didn't even know what a speech language pathologist was at the time. She came in and talked to us and told us what global aphasia was and how it affected his brain, and that it didn't change who he was as a person or his intellect or anything like that, and that she was going to work with him and also work with us on ways that we could communicate with him, and she did. And she really empowered us as a family and gave us hope. I knew from that moment on, that is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I would love to share my grandfather's communication book. I think a lot of times people think that AAC has to be this high-tech thing, but my grandfather used his AAC book for a long time after his stroke, and it's not the most beautiful thing, but it is to me. He did gain his speech back functionally, and he was able to go back to fishing and hunting and ordering pizza and all the activities of daily life that you or I or anyone else would want to be able to do. If we would have just left it with that doctor, it would have been a different outcome. This is a picture of him showing my son how to garden, how to plant seeds, because he loved to garden, and he taught me how to garden. So I have a huge garden in the backyard. Outside of what I do at the WISD, I am very involved with my church. My grandfather was the pastor of the church that I currently go to, and so he had a huge impact. So this is a picture of him in that same church. The fellowship hall that everybody was in, that was because of kind of his vision. I just really enjoy giving back to my community. It's just something that was a part of him. If there was somebody or someone in need, he was always willing to give and do. And so it's just something that I enjoy doing, and I think I get it from him. I think the best part is being able to serve. When I was growing up, so much was given to me, and I just feel like it's nice to be able to give back to others.